Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I'm fine, and the weather in Kisumu is also fantastic. I don't know where you're watching it from. Maybe you will let me know the county or the country you are watching it from. I've always opined on this platform that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Yesterday, Ekuru Aukot of Third Way Alliance submitted his nomination papers before IEBC. And after scrutiny, Wafula Chebukati announced to the entire country that Ekuru Aukot did not meet certain requirements. He could not raise 2,000 signatures in half of the counties. And while addressing the media after he was disqualified, Ekuru Aukot, instead of addressing his issues with the IBC, announced that he was going to take Raila Odinga to court and even to block him from running for the presidency. And I ask myself, why would Ekuru Aukot focus more on Raila Odinga? And assuming Raila Odinga were to be blocked today, who will be the beneficiary? And how is blocking Raila Odinga going to help other presidential candidates? Then today, he wrote a letter which they have shared through the official Twitter handle of I'm just checking it. Through the Twitter handle of Third Way Alliance, they've written a letter to Wafula Chebukati. And they are saying, we have objected to the nomination of Raila Odinga due to the following reasons. I've gone through that letter and I can see the hands, hidden hands of William Samoei Arap Ruto in Ekuru Aukot move. So the question is, because I want us to go deep into that letter, the question is, why would William Ruto use Ekuru Aukot to stop Raila Odinga? Let us not begin from there. There are three people who have been locked out from, who have been disqualified by IBC. One of them is Muranga Governor Mwangi wa Iria. The other one is Ekuru Aukot, has been disqualified. Ruben Kigame, a gentleman, a fine gentleman, was genuinely disqualified. And today, Jimmy Wanjigi has also been disqualified. The disqualification of the three gentlemen, Ekuru Aukot, Jimmy Wanjigi, and Mwangi wa Iria, are actually serving certain interest of the deep state. Maybe we can explore that further. We can explore that further. But let us now focus on these hidden hands of Ruto in Ekuru Aukot's move to block Raila Odinga. Why would Ruto do that? Of course, he would want to drag Raila Odinga through court process so that Raila Odinga's campaign would be disrupted. Number two, he would want a situation where propaganda plays out. That's something. Number three, this could be a ground to reject the results. And lastly, he would want to disrupt IBC operations. In this video, I want us to do a critical analysis of this letter by Ekuru Aukot and why I strongly believe William Ruto's hand is fully in it. Before we do that, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click that subscribe button. What we do on this channel is that we analyze politics in a way you can't find any other place. So the best thing you can do is click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically send you notification. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. The only request I want to make for this one is that give it thumbs up. Just click that like button. That's the best way, a better way of supporting the channel. And you can also drop your comments, because from the comments, I learn a lot. Now, let us get to this Ekuru Aukot letter. The letter begins, it's dated 5th to the chairman, IBC, Atofula Chebukati, complaint on nomination of Raila Odinga as a presidential candidate. He's saying, we write to register our complaint on the nomination of Raila Amolo Odinga by the commission here in after IBC on 5th June 2022. We wish to point out the following. These are the issues they are raising. Number one is saying, it's raising two issues. A is about nomination of Raila Odinga, nomination of Azimio, La Umoja, One Kenya Coalition Party candidate. And he's also talking of B, blatant use of public resources in Azimio, La Umoja political campaigns. You see, when I talk of Ruto's hand, why would Ekuru Aukot claim that Raila Odinga is using government resources, while the other side, Ruto is the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, is using government resources, has actually been using government resources in his campaigns. Just last week, is when Ruto announced that he will no longer use government resources for his campaigns. Just last week. So which tells you it's something which likely they are discussed. But let us look at the issues he's raising in verbatim. He's saying, number A, the Azimio La Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party, therein referred to as Azimio La Umoja, is a corporate entity as envisaged by Section 12 of the Political Parties Act 2021. When IBC published the names of political parties which applied, of candidates who applied, they were very clear that only one party, one coalition party, Azimio, registered as coalition. UDA registered as UDA. There's nothing like Kenya Kwanza in their application. In IBC. So it's saying that, number two is saying the membership of Azimio La Umoja comprises fully registered political parties only. That includes and not limited to Jubilee, NA Kenya, Orange, ODM, KANU, Upia, Wiper, among others. Okay, of course, those are the constituent parties forming coalition named Azimio La Umoja One Kenya Alliance. And he's saying at number three, so he's saying that 100% membership of Azimio La Umoja being political parties outrightly bars political party from fielding a presidential candidate for an election. The members of the coalition party are corporate entities and are not citizens of Kenya. And are not citizens of Kenya. The Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides that only registered voters can aspire to vie in election. Corporate entities, such as the membership of Azimio La Umoja, have no constitutional right to vote or even to be entered into the register of voters by IBC. I don't know. Basically, I'm trying to understand what this guy is trying to suggest here, but I can't understand. But probably what he's saying is that Azimio La Umoja is a corporate entity. And because it's a corporate entity, there are other political parties forming Azimio. And as a corporate entity, it means if you are a member of Azimio, then you don't have any right to contest. Because even the way the Azimio La Umoja is designed, it's only the presidential candidate who is running as Azimio. Others are either in Ford Kenya, are either in ODM, you are either in Wiper, NAK Kenya, Jubilee, all those other political parties. But only the presidential candidate is running as Azimio. So he's saying at number 4, only natural persons. I don't know what he meant by I don't know what he meant by being natural. So he's saying only natural persons can be members of a political party. They must also be citizens of Kenya, and only registered voters of a party can be fielded as candidates. If Azimio la Umoja were to field a candidate, it has to be one of its corporate members, which is itself a misnomer and unknown to the law. To even contemplate doing so would be to render all exercise nugarotiri and laughable from the onset. So basically what he's suggesting here is that if Azimio wanted to sponsor a candidate, they should have gone the UDA way, where you have Kenya Kwanza as a coalition, and then the presidential candidate is sponsored by that particular party. And that's why I'm saying I read the hands of William Ruto in this. Because by this alone, basically what Ekuru is trying to do is trying to exonerate William Ruto from any wrongdoing, but blaming Raila Odinga for all the wrongdoings. Number five, it says that the Constitution of Kenya 2010 under Article 99 1C provides that unless disqualified under Clause 2, a person is eligible for election as a member of parliament if the person C is nominated by a political party or is an independent candidate who is supported by those qualifications of being an independent candidate. The word person as used in the Constitution refers to natural person and not legal person. So Ekuru is suggesting here that for Raila Odinga to qualify, he must be nominated by a political party. And that, according to him, Azimio is not a political party. Maybe I'll need to refer to the Political Parties Amendment Bill, because it's that political amendment bill which created this law. Basically, Parliament is the only body which is mandated to make laws. Parliament passed the Political Parties Amendment Bill. In that bill, it suggested that a political party can sponsor a candidate, and also a coalition of parties can sponsor a candidate. Probably that's why IBC cleared Raila Odinga to run. But for him, he's saying you must have, now we are talking of two terms here, you must be a natural person, not a legal person. I don't know what legal person is. And he's suggesting that further Article 135C provides that a person qualifies for nomination as a presidential candidate if the person is nominated by a political party or is an independent candidate. Once again, the Constitution is clear that a person has to be natural person and not a legal person. That the only time a person is qualified to run for the presidency is if that person is nominated by a political party or is vying as an independent party. As an independent candidate. And he's saying at number 7, to be a fully registered political party with the certificates of registration from the office of the registered political party means that the party would have attained 24,000 membership from registered voters in majority of counties, being 24 counties. As a matter of fact, Azimio la Umoja was exempted via the 2022 amendment to the Political Parties Act from various conditions to be met on full registration as a political party. Consequently, Azimio la Umoja can only field its members as currently constituted and can therefore not field a natural person. We are now having a new term, natural person and a legal person. What he's suggesting here is that for you to register a political party, you must meet certain conditions. That you must have 24,000 people, which is spread across the country, a condition he could not meet himself. But you see, Azimio is a coalition of political party. ODM is already a registered political party, which means it met those conditions. Jubilee is already a political party, which means it met all those conditions. Wiper is already a political party, which means it met all those conditions. So all these parties met those conditions. Then they came together. to form a coalition. And this is what is saying that the formation of that coalition did not go through this process. And he's saying number 8, that Raila Odinga and his running mate are not members of Azimio la Umoja and thus not eligible to run under a party where they are not members. This is interesting. This is going to be drama. I'm waiting to see the arguments which will be advanced before a court of law. And he's saying at number 9 that no agreement, including a coalition agreement, would grant the said coalition party, political party, legal capacity to field candidates who are not its citizens. So basically, what Ekuru Aukot is trying to do is that the fact that Raila Odinga is running under Azimio is unconstitutional. That's what he's suggesting, number 1. Then let us look at number 2, because he had the 2 issues, the issue of Azimio as a coalition, and then the use of public resources. And this is where I see William Ruto's hand, because if he was honest, he would have included any other person, any other political party who are using government resources. And he's saying that blatant use of public resources in Azimio la Umoja political campaign. He's saying that the commission has today cleared Raila Odinga, despite the fact that it is in public domain that the above named person is using state as well as public resources and taxpayers' money to fund their campaigns. More specifically, saying that the president.co.ke, the official website of executive of the president, carried an article titled Azimio la Umoja unveils Raila Odinga as its presidential candidate. See the screenshot. Now, how can Raila Odinga be party to what is being posted on official president's website? Raila Odinga's photos, even when he was in opposition, have always been shared. I'm sure even William Ruto has shared many Raila Odinga photos before. So why would that be an issue? And he's saying that because of that, he's using government resources. Okay, and he's saying that the candidate is state-sponsored, and several cabinet secretaries that include, and not limited to Joseph, is mentioning them, Joseph Joe Musheru, ICT, Peter Munya, Agriculture, Fred Matiang'i, and PS Kibicho have been blatantly campaigning for the Azimio la Umoja candidate. This information is in public domain and records, and was earlier on brought to the attention of the commission via our party letter dated 11th March 2022, which also cited early campaigns against electoral codes. When you talk of early campaigns, who began early campaigns? Is it Raila? Is it Ruto? The jury is out there. Okay. He's saying that Raila, Matiang'i, he's saying that Matiang'i, Kibicho, and these people have been campaigning for Raila Odinga. Where was this gentleman in the last election when the same people were campaigning for Jubilee? Or are we under a different country? I tend to think, and it's concluding, that we advise the commission to revoke the nomination of Raila Odinga alongside his running mate immediately. In the event that the commission ignores our advice and these complaints and proceeds to gazette the said candidate, we shall move to court to quash the illegal decision. The rule of law must be followed at all times. Kenya is a country of law and democracy. Ekuru Aukot. I tend to think that Ekuru Aukot is a confused fella who doesn't know what to do with his life. He needs to get something better to do. He can even go and lecture at the university because he's educated, instead of chasing these things he's chasing. When BBI was being pursued, it is Ekuru Aukot who was used by William Ruto to try and stop it initially. It failed. Now again. So I'm reading the hands of William Ruto in all these schemes. But for now, let us wait and see how this whole thing is going to unfold. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day. Bye-bye.